No, pay.
Was the crack, people. Apologies for a little bit of lateness. Some technical difficulties on my part, so apologies. One man show today in terms of near post side, but obviously we're bringing the quality guest once again. We got John from Real Ball Talk. How you doing, lad?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Always a pleasure to have you to be on you guys' platform. So thanks for having me on, man.
No hassle at all. Uh, yeah, look. Just before we start, actually, obviously you've seen the title of the video, Premier League Final Day preview, but can we just put a bit of respect on Suarez and Simeone's name? I just seen they won La Liga. I want to apologise myself as well because to Peter mainly. There's Peter there. Big up Pete. Pete couldn't
Yes,
make
Pete.
tonight,
Yes, Pete. Yes,
but he's
Pete.
definitely watching. So fair play to him. But I think we done that top 10 strikers video on Real Ball Talk. And
Oh man,
where do we put Suarez? And like I remember thinking after, like I did disrespect him, not gonna lie. So
100%.
I just want to apologize to Luis Suarez. He just deserved rank. I seen his interview after he was saying Barcelona didn't respect me, they didn't want me, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So
I saw that. I saw that.
so big up to him. They both went down. Both Madrids went down. They both won 2 in the end. But Simeone working wonders there. Yeah, Pete's saying as it is. I didn't put enough respect on him. I definitely put a bit of respect on him, but I know your bro Ed thinks he's better than Henry, but
Yeah,
that's definitely another one. That's definitely another time to be debated. But obviously tomorrow, final day. There's a lot of things going on tomorrow in the Premier League. There's some things on the line: relegation done, title done. But look, that Conference League is still on the cards for the mighty Arsenal. So big win against Brighton, and you never know, lad.
listen. I think first of all, the Suarez point. Yeah, I think we had him 10th when we did our ranking, and I knew at that time that was disrespectful to Suarez. I think Suarez is one of the best strikers I've seen. I think when you look back at what he did with Emerson, it was incredible. And he was probably one of the few strikers who could do what he did in terms of the link play and also scoring the goals. So respect to him, Barcelona counted him out, and he proved them wrong. And he went to Atletico and won the league, which is an incredible achievement. So big up to him, big up to Simeone, and big up to the whole Atletico crew. And yeah, Suarez is a legend. No matter what anyone says about him, yes, he might be a racist, he might bite people, but when it comes down to purely football, he's an incredible player. So let me just say that. In terms of tomorrow, I think yeah, the main things are really top four. So you guys obviously are involved in that with Chelsea and then Europa Conference League. I think it will be very fitting if Arsenal finish seventh because as the banter club that we are, seventh, the first time it's possible to get Europa Conference League. We deserve it. So yeah, we're good. We're good again. I've already accepted it. So I just want us to play our young players next year. To be honest, I want our under 23s to play in that competition because it's going to be a waste of time.
Uh, if I was Arteta, he's not going to do it. But I'd play like a B team, or I'd just play the worst.
Yeah.
To be fair, if he played a B team, they'd probably have a better chance of winning. So, like, I'd want to lose that game. Honestly, is there going to be protests there, right? And any word of kind of final? It's in the Emirates, isn't it? So
Yeah, yeah.
so there might be a little bit of protest or something, maybe. But we seen there were supposed to be protests before Villarreal, and then they clapped them players in. I thought that was an absolute disgrace, absolute disgrace. Like, why? Who claps? Who claps for them Arsenal players? Honestly, and then they went out to get knocked out. So yeah. It's just so fun to talk about Arsenal. I'm sorry, like it's sad to see, but it's such a banter club.
Hey, Dimmer, you didn't say we were going to talk about Arsenal, man.
Just general chat, but nah. Big up KD in the chat. Yeah, Europa.
Hey, KD. Hey, KD, one of our loyal supporters, he always loves to see us down, man. KD, get out here, man. Get
I
out here.
wouldn't even say Europa, KD. It's conference, so make sure you get that conference in specific, just to get the difference in because Europa's a league above at the stage. But nah, we'll look properly at the top six or top four race. To be fair,
Yeah,
Liverpool put. Not gonna lie, I think we've said it to you the whole time. Me and Pete wrote off that top four months ago, and we just keep on
yeah,
writing off because we just kept getting let down. But top out of nowhere, we're fourth, and we've got a +4 goal difference. So if we win tomorrow, I'd be confident to say we're through or we're in
yeah.
the top four, which doesn't make it. I wouldn't say it makes it a good seed, but it just makes it respectful
Respectable.
sort of thing. I won't be celebrating but I'll be quite satisfied considering where we came from. But do you think there's going to be any twists and turns there?
You know what? I think Liverpool will beat Palace comfortably. I don't think there's any twists and turns there. The only danger that Liverpool might have is that it could be Roy Hodgson's last game of his managerial career. So there might be a sense of motivation there from Palace. But I think Liverpool, they're so close to the finish line now. Thiago's really picked up form. He's been unbelievable the last few games. I think you guys will get there over the line. I think there might, and I'm not saying there will be, but that Aston Villa Chelsea game needs to be watched closely. I
Grealish back.
Grealish back starting. I think there can be danger there for Chelsea if they're not careful. If they have a mind ahead to the Champions League game, also don't want to find themselves in a position where it's 0-0 at half time and Leicester are beating Spurs 1-0, because then it's trouble.
Fact.
Then it's danger. So I think that's the game to watch out for tomorrow. I think Liverpool, funny enough, might end up finishing third, which, given the circumstances of the season, as Klopp rightly said today, if Man City had the top four centre backs injured, would they win the league? Of course they wouldn't. So,
No.
and it's not excuses. Sometimes injuries are injuries and they're a part of the game. They're a reason why something happens. So, as much as people want to laugh at Liverpool and everything else, next season when Van Dijk, Gomez, and Matip are back and you sign
Konate. Yeah, I think.
Konate,
Yeah,
then let's see them next season what people are really saying. So, yeah, I think if you guys get top four, you will say, you know what, horrible season, but we got Champions League, we move on, we come back, we rebuild. So, yeah, man, I
yeah.
think it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, the facts. Like, I don't want to count my chickens just yet, but if we don't beat Palace from here, we don't deserve top four. You know what I mean? You can't even
Yeah,
complain. If you
exactly. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we got 10,000 fans at home at Anfield tomorrow as well. So like,
yeah.
that's worth the goal in itself. I think they'll be pumped as hell.
Um,
I I think if we get one early, we'll just kind of bang them in. Watch out for Salah tomorrow. It's going to be greedy as hell going
Golden
for
Boot.
that golden boot.
Golden Boot.
Same with that Leicester Spurs game. The only thing that I think Kane's just going to want to fill his boot, like just be as greedy
Yeah,
as hell. Like he'll see that as his last game. He's done mad. He actually has a sick record against Leicester. I was looking. He has something like 15 goals or something in his last
mad
like
record.
15, 16. Like he always scores against them. So I captain him on the fancy myself. I'd be shocked if Kane doesn't bag tomorrow, or at least just be greedy as hell like Salah, because do Spurs what have Spurs got to play for? Like a
Europa
little
Conference League.
a little conference. They can't make Europa, no.
They can be on the same points as West Ham. So West Ham have to lose for Spurs to finish above them. It's best if West Ham draw, West Ham get sixth place.
Yeah, I think they're at home to Saints. Like if West Ham don't make it from there, they are a disgrace. But big up to David. They are though. That they got to at least get a draw at home to Saints.
They do.
I don't know. Did you see what Sam Allardyce said about Antonio? Man was fuming. It was his final press conference, so he just went on a bit of a mad one there.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
like,
I watched that game actually, and I think Antonio's comments were a bit unfair. Actually, like West Brom did try to play some football through Pereira, etc. So they didn't. And when Antonio said they had big guys down the channel, I'm like, no, they didn't. You've literally just made that up to see what.
yeah, just Big Sam though. It is nice to rattle Big Sam. To be fair, like
Yeah.
he's finished. He didn't want to do the championship thing. Bring them back up. It's probably better for them. Like he was even saying in his interview, like, all I'm good for is keeping teams up. That's all you say to the interviews. It's just like, man was just pissed. He just didn't want to be there anymore. So yeah, I'm delighted. West Brom were relegated a month ago or weeks ago. I don't like that. I have no time for them at all. Just kind of like a relevant club. I sound like a prick saying that, but like they're just, I don't know, something about. I never like West Brom. I always had time for like Norwich and stuff. At least they play decent ball, that sort of way. But final day, yeah, I want to look at that Chelsea game. Villa will have fans, I presume. Surely, yeah, they might. Don't know. That could be a slippery one for Chelsea.
Tricky.
Could be a little something. To be honest, I'd love to see Leicester slip in at Chelsea's expense. Obviously, I'm cheering on Spurs tomorrow, but if I see Chelsea are losing or Chelsea aren't going to win, I'd be cheering on. Because if Chelsea drop points and Leicester win, that gets them in by a point, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So I'm with you, man. I'm rooting for Leicester tomorrow. I'm rooting for Liverpool and Leicester to get in because I think the way people were talking about Tuchel, for them to lose the FA Cup final, not make top 4, and then lose Champions League final would be hilarious.
Yeah,
it would be hilarious. So yeah, that's what I'm rooting for.
I was one of the main men. Well, I still do big Tuchel up. I still think they're going to win that Champions League. I've said it from time, so I have to stick to the guns now. Watch it. They'll probably watch long. Our first ever watch long probably be that Champs final, but I think Chelsea are going to sneak that. But if they don't sneak that and they win, they get top 4. Yeah. And I said they'd make top 4 for a while as soon as they got a proper manager. And big up to Jalil. That guy Jalil.
Yes, good, lad. Be careful with Jalil, man. Man will give you a tequila and get you all over the place.
Jalil on the sauce, just like people. Nah. Realistically, if Chelsea get top 4, and losing 2 finals, that's a pretty bad season. If you get to 2 finals, you want to win at least one. Especially, I was shocked by this. I think they've lost like 8 of their last 11 finals, which is for big Chelsea. Like they're supposed to be winners and stuff. What? That shocked me. I thought it would have been the other way around, sort of thing. But I don't know what. They're supposed to have that big club mentality. Like, see, the thing is, I won't mind see City lose either, but if Chelsea were losing a lot, it would be quite funny because their fans have gotten a bit louder recently, which is fair enough. I'd be like that if you had Lampard. If you had Lampard for that long, you bring in a proper manager like Tuchel. So look, they need to secure that top 4. That should be a minimum for them. I think they'll have too much for Villa, but Grealish could do something there, spoil the party. You never know.
I agree. Let me ask you this question, Demo. Do you not think that Chelsea's team is a bit overrated?
The squad or just some of their players?
Both.
Yeah. I think they have a lot of good players. They have a lot of good, decent players. But yeah, they get who do you obviously have a few names in mind there that get high. I think I always thought their fullbacks were overrated. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean they're crap or anything. They're decent players, but Chilwell, when he was signed, there was so much he's a decent player. I think they're all made to look better in that 5 at the back.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, Chilwell's overrated. Like you said, overrated doesn't mean you're a bad player. It just means you're not as good as people say you are. For me, he's overrated. I think I like Reece James, but I need to see more from him. I think Jorginho's overrated. I think he can be a liability at times. I think Werner is poor. He's very, very limited player. And I like Havertz. I think he's got good potential. And I think Ziyech is a really good player, but he hasn't fit at Chelsea. And I don't think doesn't suit. I don't think he will. I don't think he will suit. So I think if I was Chelsea, I would cut my losses. I think you can sell him for the same price you bought him, like 30 million. Move on because he doesn't fit for me. He doesn't look happy. You just gotta know when to move on. So yeah. That's kind of how I look at Chelsea.
Yeah, they're just lacking. They're just lacking that striker that's gonna. I think Jorginho's their top scorer. I'm fairly sure, which is a disgrace when you actually deep
7
that.
goals.
Like, and
7
five of them
goals.
are probably penalties. They're probably all penalties actually, nearly.
All pens. All pens.
Like that.
All
That is
pens.
disgraceful. They just have a load of lads that will get 5 or 6 goals a season, like Werner. But I'm a big fan of Pulisic, Captain America. I think he's a baller. I think he gets. I actually am a fan of him. He's mad injury prone.
I like him. I like him.
I actually like Ziyech as well. I think
I like
him
him.
and Van de Beek are getting disrespected now because they haven't done it properly in the Prem. I still think they're two proper ballers. Just with Ziyech, I don't know. It doesn't suit him. He's kind of an inverted winger, but he's like a. I still see him as a cam. I know he plays on that right sort of thing, but he's got tech. He's got a lovely left foot. He has a bit about him, but I just don't think it suits. Tuchel mustn't suit him, but you never know. He could just start a final because he balled out in that FA Cup semi-final where they bet
Yeah.
City. I just don't think he's the guy. Werner, you know what I think of Werner? Like Werner could score the winner in the Champions League and it'll get big. It'll be like an Origi, honestly, because Werner is pacing. He's still going to keep getting at you, but it takes him 3 or 4 chances to get his goal or get a proper shot off. That's what it is about Werner. He's so unclinical, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
could they get Harry Kane? Could that happen, or is that impossible?
Ooh, I think it's very unlikely. I don't think Spurs will sell to Chelsea. Period. I think, to be honest, Harry Kane's already made it clear he wants to stay in the Premier League. I think he's going to go to Man City. And I think if he goes to Man City, depending on who else they get, it could be over. I think Harry Kane.
If they get Kane, it'll just be depressing, honestly, man. Just
It'll be
hand him
over.
that title. I think I've said that. Even if Kane went anywhere else, I think I always say this every year now. The last 6-7 years, I just look at City favorites for every title.
Yeah,
Basically favorites for every, and rightfully so, because
rightfully so. Yeah,
they're just so inevitable. They're just so. Even when they're not playing well, they'll still win. They can just pass teams to death. It doesn't really matter who plays for them because they'll play the same way. They'll just destroy teams. They're so like, even they came second when we won the league. They weren't even horrendous. Like they were missing a port for a while. They still won that was a horrific season for them. They came second and won a League Cup. Like this is Man United's best season since Fergie. Yeah, I don't know. Don't say the Mourinho one because it's Mourinho and Solskjaer, but that's Man United fans for you. But City are just so. And if Kane, do you think Kane will come? I think Kane. If I was Kane, I would only go to City. You're going to beat Shearer's record. You stay in England. You're going to win the league. You're going to win. You're guaranteed a Carabao Cup. I can tell you that. Probably an FA Cup. You'll probably get a champion. You'll literally win the lot. You'll win golden boots. It'll be so much easier to beat Shearer's record. Like it's the dream. That if I was Kane, that's the only place I'd be. Maybe Chelsea, but that depends on his loyalty with Spurs. But how much is he going for? 100, 120?
I think in the end he'll go for like 100 million plus add-ons. I think. I agree with you. I think City makes perfect sense. If I'm Kane and I'm looking at United, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I want to win trophies. I'm 28. I'm going to be 28 in July. Do I want to play for Solskjaer? Like, honestly, I'm not looking to cost Solskjaer, but I'm being serious. Do I want to play for him and think I can win the top trophies? Harry Kane's not a player that should want to try and win Europa Leagues. Harry Kane should want to try and win Prems, Champions, compete for the top stuff. So he wants to be renowned like a Messi or Ronaldo. That means Ballon d'Or consideration. You don't get Ballon d'Or consideration from winning or Europa League. So Harry Kane needs to be playing for the top teams. And for me, right now, their missing piece is a real top striker. And Kane, to me, it's like the match made in heaven. So I do believe that City will sell a couple of players, raise like 50 million, slap down to 110, 120 million, get Kane over the line. That's the only significant transfer business. And then they're off and away. And I think Liverpool can still challenge them next season. I think they still
I don't
can.
think so if they get Kane, man.
It's going to be tough.
Like, it's so inevitable. Like, and me as well. I think City look better in a false nine without the striker. I think that honestly, the false nine when the Foden, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo, they're all just floating about. I think because defenders don't know who to mark. At least with Kane, like playing that. He mightn't drop as deep as he did with Spurs, like he just plays a striker sort of thing. But like, look, when City played that false nine, you need a top coach. Obviously, they have that in Guardiola. They've just got the three across, just chill, like just literally floating about. Must be a nightmare to play against because they're no set positions. Mars could pop in on the left, Foden could be on the right, then vice versa. You know what I mean? But Kane. Kane's class. Kane is so good. I think he's gonna be Cheers record, but he's not really. He is technically class, and I think if he looks after the ankles, he can go for a good few more years because he's never really relied on his pace. Like he's never really had rapid pace. He was always just kind of powerful, get that half yard bang. Yeah, I think he will go to City. He should be looking to City, but please don't. I'd love if he just stayed at Spurs or something because they'd still be no threat. You know what I mean? Just stay at Spurs. Even if he went to United, I honestly don't think United would win the league, especially if they had Solskjaer. Like, it's just one of them. But shout out to Adam there. Yeah, he's big enough Atletico. Yeah,
big up.
Honestly, Simeone, another slept-on manager. Obviously, people rate him and stuff, but that's his second in the league. He's won some Europa Leagues. I know he hasn't got the Champions League, but he's got them to 2 or 3 finals. Like top manager. I think he's the highest paid in the world, but like he's producing the goods. He mightn't play the best football, but look, if you're winning titles, you're winning. You know what I mean? He just kind of installs that mentality, and then he's saying again. So, yeah, geez, I didn't know that one actually. I didn't know that one about the Villa.
Yes,
that is. I remember watching that final day. I think it was the final day they played Barca. Godin scored a banger of a header,
and Sanchez scored for Barca. You remember that one? Yeah.
Remember that game? Remember the Sky Sports used to show the Liga. That was class. Like sick games. It would be like Saturday evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock job around this time sort of thing. You'd get a little. You'd get back when they were the 2 best teams in the world, just going at different gravy them games. But I remember that game when they clinched that title. Godin, absolutely, what a monster he was, by the way. But
he was a monster.
Just banged in a header, and then Jaleel saying, "Can't see Chelsea makes sense," but didn't they not sell to Chelsea with that Modric thing? Was it years back? They just wouldn't sell, and then they sold for less to Madrid. Like, if I don't know, I think if Kane went to Chelsea, I'd probably have them as slight favourites. To be fair, it depends what the other teams do, but I'd have them as definitely second favourites for the title minimum if he went to Chelsea because they're going to spend more. But I think Spurs fans would burn down the city. Obviously, you live in London, you'd know more Spurs fans, but I think surely there'd be an absolute riots if they sold them to Chelsea.
There'd be absolute riots. It'd be worse than when Van Persie went to Man United, and that was close to riots. I remember how angry Arsenal fans were when Van Persie went to Arsenal or Man United. That was unbelievable. So if Kane went to Chelsea after everything that happened, that would be crazy. I don't think he'll do it personally. I need to see it happen. But listen, I think you know what it is, yeah. I'd actually like to see Kane in a Chelsea show because I think it'll be good banter and it'll create a great storyline for the league.
Facts.
That's my number one choice of where I want to see Kane. My least is actually Man United because I just think Man United. I don't think it'll work at United. I don't know why. I just don't think Kane at United will work.
They don't need a striker because if they, I'm bringing back McTominay slander. If they have Kane up top, but they have McTominay and Fred in CDMs, what's the point? Sure, like just get Mbappe, get Sancho, get Kane, play them there. They're not winning the title with Solskjaer and them 2 lads in CDM, honestly. So, and big up to Stephen there, Everton fan.
Hey, big
decent
up
season for
Steven,
you.
man.
Big up to Steven, first time here. Appreciate the support, man. Saying hi
Hey,
again. But
what do you think of
Steve,
Everton's? What do you think of Everton's season, Stephen?
yeah. Let us know, Stephen. And by the way, Stephen, that's a Thailand jersey, not a retro Everton jersey. So let me just a few people asking that's a Thailand jersey that's too small for me. It's not a little Everton one. So just had to get that in there. Obviously, the Chang one's an iconic Everton jersey, to be
Yeah, I
fair.
can't. Yeah,
But no, it's not. Yeah, sure. Yes, Stephen there, Everton. We'll say about Everton. Like, to be honest, I still can't believe they have Don Carlo as manager. Like
mm,
that's dreamland for them. I know he's not at his prime, but he's still a top manager. Like,
he is.
what do you
Let's
make of them?
let's be honest here. Look at Everton's team. It's not great. Let's be honest. They've got Coleman, who's past his prime. Their centre backs are iffy.
Pickford,
Dean
don't forget Pickford.
is a good left back. I've completely left out the goalkeeper for a reason.
But
Let's forget about the goalkeeper. They've got Alan, who's past his prime. Gomez coming back from a broken leg. Um, Davis, nah, forget about him. James Rodriguez, I don't know if he really wants to play football anymore like that. And then Richarlison, who I personally believe is overrated. And then Calvert Lewin, who's a good goal scorer, but not an all around striker. So if I'm being honest, when I see Everton lose all those home games, it doesn't surprise me because do Everton really have that creativity to break teams down? Adam Lallana actually makes a good point that he brought up Doucouré. Doucouré is a good player, but again, did we overrate him because he played for Watford?
yeah, I
This is
remember. Yeah,
ourselves.
remember he was getting compared like when he went through a little streak with Watford, like to be Pogba's replacement and stuff. I was just like,
Oh my god.
what's going on here? Yeah, Adam says Decore, which is he's okay. Like he's just a bang average midfielder, good athlete, okay
Good
on the ball. That yeah, you did throw it away too. Like you probably should have made Europa, but like you definitely have a better squad then. And 1 second, guys, big up to Mons from Big Six Bands.
How we do?
What's the story, lad? Oh shit! I just kicked him out again. My bad. You're back. Sorry, man.
I'm
That
back.
was my bad. What's the
Nah,
story, man?
bro, I'm in another city. I'm in London. I'm back in London. I'm
Jeez,
literally
London,
at my cousins. They're literally upstairs, so I thought I'd come downstairs. The work never stops, man. Even in leisure time, work don't stop, man. So I thought I'd come and show my face
Nah.
on a quality stream. How you guys doing?
Oh, good.
All good, man. All good. Thanks for hopping on. Obviously,
No
late enough,
problem,
so
bro.
just myself, Pete on the beer tonight. But yeah,
Yeah.
we were just chatting about everything there, their season and stuff. So anything you want to say on everything, or obviously Mott's a Liverpool
Um,
fan?
on Everton's season. I mean, well, listen, I'm gonna be real. Like, I hope it was nice, the 2-0 win. I hope they enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of, I think under Ancelotti, they're going in the right direction in all seriousness. And I feel like if they can add to their squad, then they really can challenge that top six. But I think the same sort of thing seems to happen where they're in and amongst it. And then last 10, 15 games of the season, they just seem to, it's too many draws, too many losses. And it's not really to the top six where you might expect them to drop points. It's more to the Southamptons. You could say, maybe the Aston Villas, teams that they probably should go and get a result over.
Sheffield
Especially,
United, they lost the last week.
yeah, like what is
Can't be
that?
that.
I mean, listen, Liverpool, we can't talk as of this year too much about them sort of results, but if you really want to be part of that, if you really want to integrate yourself into that top 8, top 6 conversation, that's the results. You kind of just have to make sure it's 100%. You're getting result. You're getting a win. Do you know what I mean? And that's coming from I'm trying my hardest to be non-biased and not to hate on the Everton faithful. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah, I just want to get that out there. That is a Thailand jersey behind me, not a retro Everton jersey. So I just want to get that in there on the Everton chat because a lot of people saying that. Fuck, I wouldn't put it there. If I had an Everton jersey, I definitely would not pin it up there right beside a Milan Barros top. So I just want to get that out there. But obviously, we're playing Palace tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't win and make top 4 tomorrow, we're a disgrace. Let's be honest. We are so we just have to win tomorrow. No excuses.
Yeah, I mean, could we get away with a draw? Yeah, we probably could, but no one really wants to do it that way. Do you know what I mean? I do generally think Tottenham are going to give Leicester a hard time. I know they've been really up and down, but Ryan Mason, 3 wins, 3 losses, so it's not looking great on their side. But when Harry Kane plays for you, honestly, anything is possible. So and even with Chelsea, Grealish is back. You saw what Villa just done to Tottenham. You saw what them man are on. Do you know what I mean? So I think Chelsea are beatable, and I think people are starting to, just like with Liverpool, people are starting to find the formula with Chelsea, really, really slow but surely. So for all 3 teams, it's not an easy game for all 3 teams. I think we have the easiest out of the 3, but it's not an easy game. It's really, really not for anyone. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the nerves of steel.
Yeah, no, I think we should be beating Palace handy. Like we might not be.
Yeah.
It might be a sweaty one where, big up Mickey G in the chat. He's saying Eze, Eze. Oh shit, that's not showing for some reason. Yeah, there you go. But he's saying Eze a baller. He is, but he's injured. He done his Achilles or something, didn't he? Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad he's out for tomorrow. Hopefully he gets back soon. I think he done his Achilles or something badly. But shout out to Mickey G there.
No, I agree. Yeah. But
do you rate him, John? Pete watched a lot of him in Championship days, obviously the QPR, and he said he was sick. He looks basically like a Zaha replacement, but I think he has more tech than Zaha.
Yeah, he definitely has more tech than Zaha. Eze is one of those type of players that's got a natural glide to him, where he doesn't have to break. He doesn't have to break. He doesn't have to go at top speed to go past you. I think as he gets older and he plays with better players, he'll get more of that clinical instinct to make that final pass or his goal scoring. But Eze is going to be one of those players who shouldn't be judged on his goals or assists, because he's that type of man that can take 2 or 3 out of a game and then lay it off, and the rest of the move will happen. It's not as appreciated in the modern game because the stats, but he's that type of player. So I think 2 or 3, as long as he comes back from the Achilles, because it's the worst injury in sports for a reason, as long as he comes back at 100%, you should go to a top team. He's got all the ability, and I think he'll definitely be better than Zaha. Zaha's always been overrated.
You think? I rate Zaha, man. I really rate Zaha. I just feel like he's always been hampered by the players around him.
Yeah, let's not.
Man, don't know about Zaha.
Me and Pete did a Zaha video a month or 2 back saying he was underrated, so I can't put. But yeah, you're right about Eze there.
Yeah, but go on.
Eze's skinned by 5 players, laid off to Ayew or Benteke, and they blaze it over. Like there's only so much the man can do. I say that Benteke's in a decent bit of form now. I can just see it. No, I can't be seeing that Benteke at the Cop or something, and he's just doing the Mike or the LeBron or whatever. Yeah, there you go.
If I see this,
my God,
my mind. I'll lose my mind.
Shout out to Stephen. Yeah, that must look. It was looking after. I was hearing a lot of chat from everything. You'll definitely finish above us. This and that. Maybe not you, Stephen, but. And then Nathan, big up Nathan saying everything for the Prem next year. Yeah, don't know
if
about
they
that.
Sign Harry Kane.
Yeah, look. To be fair, Everton have real rich owners, don't they? I forget your man. I know that's. Oh no, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. No. But I'm just saying. And then Katie's saying, "Yeah, I presume that's Champions League final day." Look, Lance, what's your thoughts on that? Like, who's winning?
I'll be honest. It's just not a good day for us Liverpool fans. When I'm seeing my ops shine like this, now I know how it felt like for Chelsea, sort of like when it was Liverpool Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? But even then, they were in the Europa League final, so it was kind of all right for them. Yeah. Maybe let's say United, when Arsenal and Chelsea were in the Europa and Liverpool, Tottenham were in the. Do you know what I'm saying? When everyone's just watching us like shine, but this is how it feels to me, man. Because I don't want City going. We've won it all. I'm sorry, but as much as I dislike Chelsea. Like, I dislike City more. Like, you got to know who the enemy is. We all got a common enemy here. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I like the one thing we have over them is European Cups. And I'm not really trying to have them man say they've won it all. I'll be real. Chelsea have one. They can have another. They ain't got 6, so they can have that. That's my opinion, bro.
John obviously used that. Yeah. I don't. I'm kind of switching every day who I want to win, sort of thing. I've said Chelsea will win, so I just lean towards Chelsea just because I've said it for so long, just to be proved right. But John, You as Arsenal, I suppose you were saying I remember a stream we done before. You probably want City, like you don't have any rivalry or hatred towards City sort of thing. They're just good, like they just play good ball.
Not even that. Like Arsenal and City have never been rivals. When we were good, they were bad. When they were good, we were bad. So we've never been rivals with City. So and like you said, I right now I'm in a stage where I just appreciate teams that play good, proper football, and City are one of those teams. So if they win the Champions League, it's gonna happen eventually. And
no, it ain't.
It will happen.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is gonna happen. Let's be honest. It's like with PSG. It's just gonna. They're just gonna pump. They're pumping. They've got countries pumping all their oil into them.
If we can stop them, if we can stop them doing this until Pep goes, we can breathe. I'm sure everyone can take a breather and go. Because who other than Pep's gonna come in and win them a UCL?
No, but this is the thing. Chelsea won a Champions League with Di Matteo in charge.
It can happen. It can happen.
Look at their squad, man. Come on, that squad was good, man. I think that squad was really good.
No, come on, no.
It's like 6 in the league that year.
Bayern team. It was in Bayern as well.
Chelsea got slapped at Barcelona in the semis and Bayern in the final, but somehow won. Like Robin was missing penalties. Messi was missing penalties. He hit left, right, and center. Listen, God or someone else was on their side there both times. Like that was.
I believe. I do believe that, and I did see something about the players coming together to sort of, how they felt they got the manager fired. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the whole
definitely happens. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Remember, John Terry went to Rome or something. He wasn't playing JT or something.
I think it was Lampard
as well, probably as well. Yeah.
But I do think that sometimes, even though you look at the you think like it's luck, it's God and stuff like that. But I'll be honest, sometimes when the team just pulls it out of the bag, you gotta give them the credit. Do you know what I'm saying? Fair enough, Chelsea were just like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I even go back to how many Liverpool, as a Liverpool fan, do you know how many times we haven't deserved to win a cup game? Do you know how many games I've seen we didn't deserve to win? Do you know what I mean? And it's just about.
I hear that, but like that Chelsea run was. I haven't seen anything. I ain't seen anything. I mean, look who started for Chelsea the Champions League final. I think it was Bazringa right back.
Ryan Bertrand.
No? Centre back. Bertrand left wing. Carlu right wing. An OBD up top. And then
was it Lamps? No,
Lamps started.
Yeah,
I don't know who started in the defensive mid. I think it might be Mikel.
Definitely Mikel.
Come on, man!
Put some respect on Mikel's name. I was a big favorite, John Obi Mikel.
I'm
big up John Obi Mikel.
I'm half Nigerian. I've got to keep it real, Mikel, man. He was a good player, but that's what he was.
He was. I just like Mikel, but Mickey G. Obviously, I know he's a Chelsea fan. Used to go to school, and he's saying redemption for Timo. I don't know if he gets 5 chances before he might bag one, sort of thing. If that's what Timo does.
If he scores the winner in the final, he's forgiven. Like Torres,
he's Origi.
Forgiven.
He's German Origi. German.
Put some respect Origi. Respect King Divock. I'm sorry.
I just prefer if we didn't talk about either.
Origi is better finish. He's a better finisher than one. I'm sorry.
Look, he probably is. Origi's just. I don't know. When I watch Origi, his touch can just be so heavy or something. He just looks like he's chill. Like he gets the ball and he actually looks just half.
I don't understand.
You mean high, isn't it? It was almost
doesn't he? He's just he's just a fresh lad. He's just chilling there, and then he's like, all right, I'll just pop this in, or I'll just do something stupid. Like,
I don't understand Origi. The first time I saw him was like the 2014 World Cup for Belgium, and he looked like a good all-around footballer.
Yeah.
And then
he has the attributes. Like he has the attributes.
He gets worse. Like, I don't understand what. Maybe he doesn't play enough to get a rhythm, because that plays a part as well. So. I don't know,
but
man.
Then again, he got a little bit of rhythm and the Champions League, and look, like he looks like when it comes to finishing, I do reckon he's better than a few of the front three. If you really talk about just finishing alone, innit? But the thing is,
you're not really clinical, to be fair.
Not really, especially now.
Clinical. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I feel like with Origi, as you said, the lack of rhythm, he's never really had a chance. The time he did get a chance, 14, 15 or 15, 16, when Funes Mori went and broke his ankle. So,
and that's when he was celebrating. You remember that? He was just giving all this.
Kissing the badge.
Like, they're 3-0 down. Like, that was, Jesus Christ. But
So,
Adam's bringing up a good point here, John. City have... sorry, that's the wrong one. But City have robbed a lot of your players.
Yeah.
Obviously, remember that infamous Adebayor celebration. To be fair, wasn't there a story with Adebayor when
Sanya as well.
Yeah, there you go. But he wanted to stay, but literally they were like, you won't be playing. You're going to rot in the reserves if you stay. We got a good offer from City, so like that sort of stuff goes on.
I have zero resentment against Adebayor. He wanted to stay. The club told him he had to go because of the money. And then when it came to the match time, he was racially abused by Arsenal fans. They made a racist song about him relating to his mom and dad, and he celebrated in front of them. I have zero resentment against him. In fact, I actually applaud him. I would have done the same thing and more. So big up to Adebayor, man.
Great, that celebration. But yeah, guys, make sure to like the video as you're coming in. Sub if you're new. Let's get to 350 subs before this stream ends. But KD giving John a bit of thing there. He's coming on. Big Chelsea man. I see Lamps in there.
That's
Actually,
true, yeah. KD's coming on our show if Chelsea win the Champions League. We said it like 2 months ago. Yeah, it's true.
And then
okay, well, not gone.
No, yeah. Talking about Arsenal, I don't know what part Julia's watching. Must have had a few more tequilas, but I don't think we mentioned Arsenal in a while. But sorry, Mons, I cut you off there.
I'll say KD. I mean, he's like, all respect to you, my friend. And as I said, I like Chelsea and what they're doing, but just make sure you win that final and you don't lose against Villa. Otherwise, you will be hearing from us. Or maybe not me, because in fact, can I come on the channel when he comes on? You will be hearing from me.
Facts.
You'll be hearing from me. I'm just saying. So good luck though, bro. Sorry, good luck.
No, facts.
Well said.
Best believe whoever loses that Champions League final, I will be slandering their fans because
do you know what it is? I've like, as I said, Big Six Bands. It's a channel where it's not just me and the Liverpool faithful. There's too many other people part of the group where any bad result, I'm just getting grilled, man. I was hearing double from all the Chelsea fans. Yeah. I'm gonna be so real. I just want you guys to be doubling back to the bridge with no trophies and Europa League. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, though, if they don't make if they win the Champions League, it's one of their best seasons ever. So, like, they can save it all on the 29th or whatever it is. Like, honestly, if Liverpool finished like 15th or 16th but won the champs, I would not care. Honestly, the champion. For me, right? I know it's easy to say because we have 19. We have the league titles, but we don't have the Premier Leagues. We've won I've always preferred the Champions League, and I'm not just saying that just because we're the English team with the most. Something about the Champions League, even the trophy or something. I don't know. I just think it's so prestigious.
I can't lie. The Prem with the gold crown looks a little bit nicer than the Champions League. I'm gonna be real, but I agree with you. The Champions League, it's the big boy. It's the big boy. It's the biggest. It's the biggest. It's the biggest trophy in club football.
Yeah,
it kind of puts realistically, it makes the Spanish people, the German people, it makes them put a bit of respect on your club's name, because that's let's be honest, all the biggest Real Madrid, Barca, Madrid won 4 champs in a row, but they weren't winning the league as you know what I mean. They were just going all balls out for them champs.
I think they only won 1 in that time.
Obviously, John, as an Arsenal fan, doesn't know about that. I hate to say this to John, doesn't know about that Champions League glory, but that night in Paris, I remember my friend, Liam, he was in the chat all the time. His dad was at that. That was in Paris, where the highlights of that game came up on my Twitter there last week, and Mooney had done you dirty that night. I think it was Almunia, wasn't it?
It was Almunia. He came on for Laban after he got sent off. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the... I would say that game and the game where we drew 2-2 against Birmingham in the league in 2008, where Eduardo Silva broke his leg, are the two...
That was sad, yeah.
2 worst Arsenal games I've seen. One cost us the Champions League.
Do you say Eduardo, the bad boy with left foot?
Yeah.
He was a baller.
He was ridiculous.
Those games cost us, one the Champions League and one the league. Those are the 2 games that hurt the most. I can't watch highlights of those games.
Because your season fell apart after that game. Not fell apart, but you just wasn't the same.
Yeah, completely. I mean, we went on a run after that Eduardo Silva game where we drew 5 games in a row. We were 5 points here and we drew 5 games in a row at home to Middlesbrough, Aston Villa, Wigan. You're thinking that's guaranteed to secure the league, but we were just throwing points away. Then we went to Chelsea, 1-0 up at half time, lost 2-1. Then we went to United next week, 1-0 up at half time, lost 2-1. mentally we were done. So and Arsenal have never been then
Look,
never
if
been.
you're talking about heartbreak, me and Mons know, like everyone always, it's the Jared slip that gets me. But honestly, Christian Bull is miles worse.
Oh,
I don't.
Honestly,
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite.
Christian Bull was by far the worst. I remember watching that with my dad, and the Irishman Delaney slap one in. This was the 3-1 goal. Obviously, everyone talks about
when it come off Lovren's back.
the
I think
deflection,
so.
the deflection
Everyone
Yeah,
talks about the
Lovren.
Dwight Gale stuff, but when I seen Damien Delaney, one of Ireland's worst, smack one in, and then honestly, I remember going to bed that night. I was in floods of tears. My dad came in and he was like, "Look, it's gonna happen. City are gonna drop points." And I remember the next game, Yaya Toure ran the whole field and bet Aston Villa on his own. I think it was a midweek game, and I was just like, he literally just shrugging boys aside, like, give me that Premier League title. But probably one of the worst nights as a Liverpool fan was Christian Bull. It was just horrible.
You know what?
Can't be speaking about that when us playing them tomorrow.
For me, it's the slip again. It's the slip at the bridge because prior to that, I remember the exact position being in the table, being 5 points clear, and City had the one game in hand on us. And I remember saying to myself, we can just draw this game. You know that we can actually just draw the game and go and beat Crystal Palace and go and win the last game, and we win the title. The game didn't have to be won. So while we were throwing everything at the game, from minute one, I'm thinking, why are we throwing everything at the game? Like, I remember them time wasting in like the 30th minute. I remember exactly.
And they couldn't even win the title. The praise.
It
was so annoying.
These men were time wasting.
They had nothing to
in
play
the 30th minute at 0-0. I said, you know what? I'll take this.
Mourinho as prime scumbag.
Literally. So obviously, when we went and lost, when we lost, in my head, I'm thinking it's done. Like, even if we beat Christian Bull, you see what I'm saying? I can't. Even if we went and beat Palace, and then we went and won the last game, which we did anyway, we would have lost on goal difference. So that's why, for me, Christian Bull was just rubbing the salt in the. It was just the nail in the coffin sort of thing, you know. Because that's why, if you remember, if you remember that game, these men were trying to score like 10 goals. I'm sure, bro.
They kept on remember, for the goal difference
because we needed goal difference over City. Like, we needed like 6 goals. That's why these men at 3-0, these men weren't celebrating. They were getting the ball and then running back to the halfway line. I remember Suarez goal.
I remember at the end, I think it was Victor Moses of all people missed a sitter for us. He had a chance. I'm not speaking about this anymore. I'm going to say a little prayer and get that out of my system. I'm sorry. But shout out to Adam.
Can I go one more?
Yeah. Of course.
When Everton were winning against City as well.
Barkley hit a screamer as well.
When Barkley hit a screamer. And they somehow lost the game. Make it make sense.
Aguero and Jekyll scored that game, isn't it? I can't lie. I feel like Everton let them score on purpose.
Yeah. I saw Barkley hit it top bins. I was like,
And then they
just going to win the league.
And then they just said, nah.
And then same with Iheanacho. Iheanacho won in the league 2 years ago. When he missed that sit-up, Agent Iheanacho, I'm telling you.
That chance is underrated.
The one where Company scored the screamer.
That was clear. A clear 1-on-1. Clear.
Nah, I can't allow that. I didn't even mean to pop that up.
KD's always on that slippy cheek.
That's it. I'm saying that now. That's Jaleel's burner account, maybe, or something.
But you know what, though, boys? I say this now. If the slip didn't happen, Brendan might have stayed longer. Klopp might have gone United.
Fair.
So, lads, we all hate United here. We didn't want that to happen. So maybe it happened for a reason.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's short-term pain for long-term gain. It's like actually, I just want to bring, because I want to have a little. Remember that this is probably it's a random. This is probably the biggest. Like, it was literally robbery in plain sight. I think they could have had that was the Drogba. It's a disgrace, wasn't it?
That's the biggest disgrace I've ever seen in football. Not
corruption.
It was robbery in broad daylight. Literally, Chelsea should have had 4 pens. 4. Hands down, 4 pens. Like, that's why since then I've never supported Barcelona.
Yeah,
apart from when they were playing United. Then
cool. There you go. But honestly, man, Yeah, I just had to bring that up. I seen that comment and I was just like,
big up Adam for that comment, man. Big up Adam.
shout out, but big up, shout out Iniesta for that goal. What a goal though! What, I'm not gonna lie,
that's a ridiculous strike.
I was celebrating that goal though. Like, it's just a thing with English. Like, when you support an English team, you're always like, you always notice like the commentators in media, like Steve McMahon's like, oh, it's great to see all the English teams doing well. It's like, no, it's not. It's just not. It's just not. Let's be honest.
For real.
Like, I think that's the biggest myth ever. But Mons, we were chatting about Harry Kane earlier, but do you think, like, Spurs are so bad, but do you think they could do anything tomorrow first? I think Kane is just going to try fill his boots, try to get a hat-trick tomorrow, just be greedy as hell.
Well, I'll be real. If it comes down to Kane getting the golden boot over Salah and us getting top 4,
couldn't care less.
Kane can have the golden boot. Do you know how many years Kane's been in the Prem? Salah's my king, so that's fine. And he can be my king in the Champions League next season, and Tottenham can be over there, wherever they are. It's that simple. Cutthroat stuff from me. Sorry, lads.
Nah, facts. Like when you see player, like when Salah, Mane, remember they won that joint golden boot? I think it was with Aubameyang, John.
Aubameyang, yeah.
What we bet was 2-0, and they were just there, but we didn't have the trophy. I was just like, I was just like, who cares? Like, who cares about a goal? Like, if Salah wins the golden boot and he gets into top 4, I think that means something, because he is basically not on his own, but he's a big part. He's basically fired us into that top 4 nearly by himself, sort of thing. But I think the Kane one, he's been sick, but at the end of the day, it's irrelevant if he wins it. I might be saying like a bit ruthless there, but you have to have something to back up, even at least a top 4 finish. But
and you got to remember as well, Kane still played a lot of the big games that they had, and obviously, even though Tottenham are bad as a collective, they were bad as a collective, but it was more of a thing where, as that world-class player, there's times where even when everyone else is just playing crap, you actually have to single-handedly grab them out and just get them out of that position. And I feel like Kane doesn't do that enough for someone as good as he is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Kane's that type of player. That I think he's an unbelievable striker, but I don't think he's there's very few players who can do what you just said. I think there's very few players, even in the Prem, who can do what you said. I'm not even sure right now.
Drogba's the only one that comes to mind when it comes to single-handedly just to drag your team out of these crazy big games. Yeah, Gerrard as well. I mean, to be fair, the greatest striker in the Prem's ever seen, Henry didn't even do it that much, and he's the greatest striker the Prem's ever seen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's be honest. Look who Kane's playing with though. Like, even that hour, the other night,
he's got good stuff behind him. He's still got Son. He's done bits. I think he nearly has 20 assists this season as well. There's only
Kane should be player of the year.
He should, yeah. No. But they're probably going to give it to De Bruyne now. No, they'll probably give it to Diaz. They'll give it to Diaz, innit?
Diaz. Do you think Kane deserves it, John?
Yeah, as long as it's not Bruno, I'm alright.
Because it's an individual, it's player of the year. That's what people get as player.
As long as
player
Bruno,
and team of the year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to be fair, if it goes to Diaz, I see Diaz won I think it was the writers one. You know, that whatever that one that was, but
FWA.
Yeah, that one. Like, to be fair, whoever, like, if it's Kane or Diaz, I'm happy enough with that. I think it's more than. But if it goes to Bruno, I think it's a disgrace. Honestly,
absolutely disgrace. Disgrace. Honestly,
in the words of Drogba, in the words of Didier, disgrace.
Literally. No facts, because do you know what it is? I seen a stat on Twitter. Don't quote me on this, but it was this year. Bobby Firmino has more open play goals than Bruno.
Yeah,
I'm fairly sure that's. I'm going to check that up in a sec.
That's probably true.
It's true.
Because Bobby has about 10 goals. John says it's true.
He's got 8 goals, 6 assists.
I'm just going to go a little.
I think Bruno's got 17 or 18 goals, and I think 9 of them are penalties.
There you go.
Man.
Like,
defo 10. I'm pushing it. I'm bumping that up to 10.
It could be 10. I'm
gonna bump that up to 10.
It could be 10.
Because Anyways, I think I never judge Bobby off goals. Anyways, I think anyone that judges Bobby Firmino off goals doesn't really know. Like they say, he's not a good footballer because his goal record isn't great. They don't know ball because honestly, I threw a tweet up there about like who's Bobby's bar Van Dijk, and I honestly think he's our most important player. When he's on it, we're on it. Like even against Burnley, you've seen him just dropping deep. He can hold the player off little. Like he's not a striker. He was a cam most of his career, and he played. They like created a role for him, sort of thing. He's never
his first instinct is never to shoot.
Yeah, and it's not like I think technically he's absolutely sick as well. His feet is class, good on both feet. I think I just hate when he's judged in goals. Like I see Arsenal. Don't mean to slander Arsenal fans. Well, maybe I do when they're saying, "Oh, Lacazette has a few more goals than." I was like, I don't care. Like I don't care. Patrick Bamford has more goals. Ollie Watkins. I think Bobby. I just had to get that out there because.
Like
the man is woefully disrespected, and again, he's only getting bigged up now the next few weeks because he scored 3 goals in 2 games, sort of thing. So I don't care. Like, obviously, when he's scoring goals, that's a big bonus. But I never judge him on his goals. When he's playing well, we're playing well.
When Salah and Mane are getting 15 to 20 each, who cares? Do you know what I mean? It's very unusual for any team to have 2 players above 15 to 17 goals. If it's not a surprise, they're winning the league, or they're at least challenging heavy. So,
shout to Larko saying, big enough Joe has the same mental play. I'm not surprised. Nah, Larko, I can't have that, lad.
We should just make a list of all the players who have more open play goals than Bruno Fernandes. Just make a list.
Yeah, make that a trend. Because I've said before, he's not. He's obviously a baller, but like his general play isn't brilliant. Like it's not great. But and then Adam saying. Yeah, no, I've seen Leeds pocket Bruno. Calvin Phillips literally just did a man-marking job on it. I don't know if he's watched that game.
Didn't Sheffield United pocket Fernandes, or did he score the one goal against Sheffield?
No, he didn't. They lost 2-1, like so. Just while we're here, guys, two channels there. Them links should work. I think that's just the latest videos. Big Six Bands, Real Ball Talk. So them links should work. Make sure to click onto them. Sub to the boys. Quality stuff, so get that out there. Hopefully them links work. They should do. It's just the latest video, so just sub to the boys there. And then
it's a Tottenham special.
Tottenham special, come on. Jaleel's saying, yeah, that's a good point. Like, I have no problem with Diaz getting it. Defenders do get overlooked, to be fair. I think that with the Ballon d'Or as well. That's why I love when Modric won it. Modric was just class that year. Not because he scored loads of goals or anything, or probably didn't even get that many assists, but he was just balling. So that's why the Bruno debate goes on. Like, he's obviously a baller, but I'll always slander a bit of Bruno here. And do you see, did they win on, I think they're playing on Wednesday. I think they'll batter Villarreal, John. I watched them again. I think Villarreal are poor. They just have a good manager, honestly.
Did they just beat Real Madrid?
They actually lost. Madrid got 2 late goals.
2 late goals.
2 late goals, yeah.
Big up Suarez, by the way.
Yeah, we did put some respect on his name. Monts, class act. Absolute class act.
Wherever he goes, the goals go.
Yeah.
Where the titles go, well, he didn't get that's another thing for that season. I won't break, but like he deserved the Premier League title. Like, if anyone did, but yeah, Villarreal, John. I honestly don't rate them at all. I think they've got some poor ballers. They just have a decent manager.
Moreno can get goals in it. Them guys they've struck up.
Alberto Moreno, he's playing for them, I think. No, I know it's Gerard Moreno.
No. I don't think he plays them that much. Alberto Moreno.
No, I think Villarreal's best player is probably Parejo in the midfield.
100%.
He's a quality player.
Bad boy. And he's been there for years now, man. So Parejo is a bad boy. Like, pingers for days. Like, pingers for days.
Yeah.
And he's just good on the ball as well. He's just one of them. He reminds you of like Koke for Atletico. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? A bit of everything with some flair to it as well. That Spanish, he's got that Spanish flair, man.
Yeah, 100%. I think United will win though, but
they should. They shouldn't be in that though. Let me just say this again. Man United are only in this Europa League final because they could not get 1 point in 3 games against PSG, Leipzig, and Istanbul, who nearly got relegated in the Turkish league, by the way. I just want to get that in there.
They almost got relegated.
They didn't, but I think they weren't like near. I've heard they weren't even up there. Don't quote me on that, but I don't care. it's not even the real Istanbul. So, Man United, it's because I'm sorry, I just had to get in there. That's the only reason they're in a Europa League final. But
it still counts. They're still going to be on. They'll be on the same honors honors, major honors as us, once they win it. But
honestly,
do you know what?
I'll let them have this. If Solskjaer gets a contract, give it to them. Honestly,
yeah, they can have it. Like United can have it. Like it's fine. Like because you know what's so funny? What's so funny? They're gonna count this and they're gonna try to say, oh yeah, same honors now. You're not bigger than us. But there's a gap between the clubs. You still know there is a gap. They're getting better, but they want to show off. Let them do that. I think we still have a lot better longevity, in my opinion.
Just want yeah. Look, as long as they have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager, I don't take them seriously. Honestly, cannot take them seriously in terms of a league title and stuff. Just a man's a bum of a manager. It's just not good as a manager. I think his contract's up the end of the season. I think he'll get one. And then Largo's bringing up a good point about Bruno. Yeah, I think that's fair on Bruno. Like, he is still a good baller, let's be honest. But we'll always. I'm just bringing a bit of United stand because I haven't been able to since this podcast started. Like, we just cut him because Liverpool were so shit and United were actually winning games. So, like, times it's turning a bit and stuff. So, I just had to get that out there. But Mons, do you think I think they'll win that 3-0, 3-1 maybe on Wednesday? I think they'll
skin it 1-0, man. They'll skin it 1-0. Like, but I do wish Villarreal, please. I just want to be saying good evening. I need to say good evening, Manchester United fans. That's how I want to open my video the day after the final. That's how I will be. That's how I will be announcing Big Six fans. That'll be my intro.
Too sweet.
And I know the Arsenal fans would. Arsenal fans,
they give them any reason to just banter any team and they'll take it, even when our team is a banter club itself. But yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that would be. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be beautiful if Villarreal did. So honestly, it would be. If I'm just talking dream scenario because the man doesn't play much, but Alberto Moreno, their left back gets injured early. Alberto Moreno comes on, ball drops outside the box, and he cracks it in top corner, and they win 2-1 or something.
Could do a fairy tale like that. To be honest, I could do a fairy tale like that.
Can't see him even playing. To be honest, I could see it the other way around. He comes on, gives away a pen or something, and Bruno just knocks it in. You see all the Bruno memes. So I think they'll batter him. But to be honest, I don't really care that much if they win the Europa League. I honestly think they're in it for default. And it just means Solskjaer gets, a 3-year contract? So I'll allow them that, to be honest.
I think he's getting one anyway. Yeah, I think he's getting one anyway.
And yeah, just before we wrap up, anything else tomorrow? That title's over, relegation's over. Yeah, no, that's all good. What you guys got coming up for next few videos when he's posting or anything?
Go on, John. You can go first, bro.
We haven't got anything this weekend. We're back on Monday. Just a general review of the season, and then Wednesday we're selecting top 10 centre backs of all time, and then Friday we're ranking them.
There you go, guys. Them debate shows are absolutely sick, even though there's some outrageous comments come out from them. Let's be honest. I thought the disrespect and stuff.
We've had some bad lists.
So, and then Mons, what are you saying, lad?
So immediately coming is probably going to be our final day drama. So Big Six Band seasonal wrap up is probably what it's going to be called. Just going over the final match days drama, and then after that it's team of the years. So obviously again we've got the five now members of Big Six Bands. Each of us are going to draft in a team of the year, a video for each, and then the final video will be the team of the year we've actually somehow managed to agree on. Yeah, and then we'll probably go from there with some Euro stuff, top 10, maybe best centre backs of the year season. And that's probably how we're going to do it. So.
Now Phillips, just before, Chukwueze. I don't know if he's injured or not. Decent little baller, but
big time baller. Yeah, big time baller.
Isaac, don't. I don't know if that's. I just think that Tottenham Hotspur stadium will be burned to the ground if Harry Kane goes to Chelsea. So I just can't see that happening. But we'll round up there. We said Premier League preview. We chatted a bit about the games tomorrow, but let's be honest, just a little general ball chat, bringing up some painful memories. But hopefully that Crystal Palace chat, there won't be any more tomorrow, because like I just can't be seeing that Benteke celebration or Hodgson getting. I just can't be seeing that. But yeah, I can't be seeing that. But for you new people there, make sure to sub to the boys. We're on that road to 400. Like the video, quality stream, and thanks again for the boys for coming on. That was a 6th stream. Flew by.
Smash it like, guys.
Come on.
Take care. Peace.